Anthony Hernandez and Josh Fremd in the UFC middleweight division. On short notice, we had to expect this happening at least once, maybe twice, maybe 5 times as it's actually happened on UFC 273. We knew there was going to be a few cancellations, but of course, originally we had Anthony Hernandez versus Albert Duraev. I had Albert Duraev winning that one by a decision. We then had Dricus du Plessis versus Anthony Hernandez. Then du Plessis is supposed to fight Kelvin Gastelum, which we'll get into later. And now Anthony Hernandez has a third opponent, this time a actual short notice replacement, not a guy that was fighting already someone else on the card like Dricus du Plessis. Now he's going to be fighting LFA alumni, FAC alum, Josh Fremd right here. Josh Fremd's a very solid grappler. He's got really solid power in his hands, only losing to UFC fighter Gregory Rodriguez, who's only lost to one of the best kickboxers in the middleweight division in Armin Petrosian. He also lost to Robert Guidron, but that was early in the career. If you look, he's got a lot of rear naked choke submissions, mainly gonna be in that second round. Literally every one of them. The first minute of the second round, this first minute, a little bit in to that second round, and then 3 minutes into the second round. So he likes to kind of feel his opponent out in the first round and maybe land that big shot early and actually knock you out. That's why he does have a lot of knockout wins early in the first round. But if he does not get that knockout in the first round, he kind of starts to put in that grappling and wrestling approach. That is why you do see a lot of later submissions towards that second round, is because he's making the fighter feel out the striking a little bit, make them feel a little bit more comfortable to come closer towards Josh Fremd, and that's when he really starts to go for the takedowns, the body locks, the trip takedowns, the double legs, single legs, whatever the case may be. Josh Fremd can do it all, but he's a very well-rounded guy. Just like Anthony Hernandez, they can both latch up a submission at any moment in the fight. They can both knock you out at any moment in the fight as well. Anthony Hernandez, he's a game fighter. 8 wins, 2 losses, coming off a submission win over Rodolfo Vieira. That right there, and a submission win over Junior Park. This stuff right here is showing you he's a dangerous guy. Also beat Brendan Allen by a unanimous decision. Yeah, he did lose to Marcus Perez by submission. Did get knocked out by Kevin Holland, which is why it should be a decently close fight, but most of the wins for Anthony Hernandez, except for one, and all the losses have been finished. Pretty much the same thing can be said for Josh Fremd, with a total of 4 knockouts, 3 submissions, and only 2 decision wins over some decent opponents. I mean, Travis Davis early in the career, then Renato Valente, a guy that just does not get finished. So I think this one is not going to be a finish. I don't see this fight going all the way. It's just I cannot see Fremd or Hernandez winning a decision here. Either Anthony Hernandez finds a way to get the fight to the ground and latches up some sort of submission, or Josh Fremd takes mainly a technical striking approach on the feet, just kind of tapping Anthony Hernandez in that first round, mixing in the takedowns in that second round, using the wrestling and grappling a little bit, and then knocking him out later on in the fight towards that second and third round. We know that Josh Fremd has the power to possess that one-punch knockout shot at any moment in the fight. He can land that in the first round, he can land that in the second round, he can land that in the third round. I don't think he's going to be in the third round for this one, so I am going to go a second round knockout win for Josh Fremd. I think he's going to play a little bit of a different approach. He usually goes out there trying to strike a little bit, then he puts on the wrestling and grappling later on in the fight. I think it's going to be a little bit different here. I think we're going to see some takedowns early from Hernandez, make Hernandez really think about the takedown and wrestling threat of Josh Fremd. Then he's going to come up high with the big powerful shots, and that is where I think Josh Fremd is going to knock out Anthony Hernandez. But if you look at the betting odds for the fight, it is very close. I mean, the odds literally got announced maybe 5-6 hours ago. I'm not entirely sure. They got announced about 14:46, so about 2:26, about 8 hours ago. Hernandez was at -150, and now he's going to be at -161. So there's actually money coming in on Anthony Hernandez. So the best you're going to get Josh Fremd at is going to be at +150. That is my prediction. The underdog, Josh Fremd, coming in on short notice. The former LFA and FAC fighter. I think he gets it done right here by knockout in the second round.